in every lifetime comes a love like this. Oh, I need you, you need me. Oh, my darling, can't you see? Young ones, darling, we're the young ones. The young ones shouldn't be afraid to live, love. There's a song to be sung, 'cause we may not be the young ones very long.
Alright, hello everybody. BBR episode 95. With all the amount of people that were allowed to on the free clean feed version.
Oh, hell no. What up, dog?
Yeah. And
What up, young blood?
this is our second entry into the Black Metal History Month. So the last
it?
one was Keckle.
I suppose that's true. Yeah, that
with
counts,
Shannon.
right?
So
Yeah.
that definitely
I
counts.
guess so.
But we'll get into that later. How was
Later.
everyone's week?
Everyone's week. Well, you probably won't be surprised to hear this, but because every week it's something new with me health-wise. So I was, I was at practice on Thursday with Unblessing, and met the new guitar player, or the old new guitar player who came in. Cool dude. He's in some like depressive black metal band. They were just in Germany. I don't know what the hell they were called. I forgot. But he was playing like that Graham Belial's key riff while we were kind of just fucking around. The one that's like boom dong ding 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 boom ding 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 ding. I was like, oh hell, I know that one, dude. And so me and the drummer went to Denny's afterwards and ate, and it was cool. And then as soon as I got back in my car, I'm like, my neck hurts in a weird way. Like the pain is like going from my neck down into my spine to my like right side, and I'm like, this isn't good. So then I go to sleep and I wake up and my spine and my like kind of shoulder are all fucked up. I'm like, this is really fucked up. I'm gonna see if I can go to the doctor and get some painkillers. So I did, and I kind of just been on painkillers for all weekend. But that major pain kind of went away. Like Major Pain, that's a movie. There you go, Damon Wayans. I forget any lines from that movie. I just remember he's like, what is he like? Here, Friday. I forget what he says in that movie. He says some shit like that. But yeah, so first Friday and like half of Saturday were pretty horrifying. I thought I'm thinking like I'm gonna be paralyzed. This is bad.
Fuck.
What
It felt pretty
caused
bad.
it?
No idea. This happened about a month ago, like during one of our Galicia rehearsals beforehand. I'm like, God, my spine is fucking killing me. But it went away. This time it didn't go away that quickly.
Were
So
you-
I don't know, man.
Were you standing up with the guitar on the strap?
Yeah.
Maybe that weight of that.
Honestly, no. The last time it happened, I was in the shower and I had my head tilted back too far or something, and that hurt me. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Getting older is not really agreeing with me.
It was in the shower with your head tilted back.
Yeah,
Maybe he's born with it.
what the
Maybe
fuck?
it's herniated discs.
It could be. I don't know. Herniated dicks.
That's not
Yeah,
good.
I think Paul had a somewhat exciting weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Before we get into that, let's see what Fred was up to.
Oh yeah.
Weekend and week in general wasn't terribly exciting. I'm going to a show this week though. That's like the first of the year. So Decapitated and Incantation are playing Toronto on Thursday. And I am not going to that because Undergang and Mephitic Corpse are playing on the same night.
I'm
I'm going to that instead. Yeah, and Undergang. I love Undergang. So I feel like that show is going to be like virtually empty because everyone's going to Decapitate an Incantation.
Oh, it's the same night.
Same night, yeah. Otherwise, I'd love to see Incantation again, but like realistically, A, I've seen them before, and B, they'll probably come again. I feel like I'm not going to get a chance to see Undergang or Mephitic Corpse, at least in Toronto, anytime soon. So
Plus, smaller shows are kind of cool anyway, so Undergang at a small show would probably be a pretty cool experience.
yeah, it's kind of like I for myself, hope it's a very, very small turnout, but then it would suck for the bands.
Yeah,
Especially-
I suppose so.
Mephitic Corpse have an album that came out on February 1st, I think. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Who are those guys? I've never even heard their shit.
I think we
Their
saw them with Old
demo
and
was
Gash.
really solid.
We did?
Yeah. They were
We
the
saw
brutal. They were like the brutal death metal band that played.
Oh, they were? Oh, was that the guy who was wearing camo pants and like white
Yeah.
New Balance shoes? Okay, I do remember that band.
Actually,
Oh,
that
they're
guy-
American?
Yeah, they're from San Luis Obispo.
Why did I think they were Australian? Weird.
They were good. I didn't realize I had seen them before. Okay.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
my other band, You Told My Pros, has like a date to record with the guitarist in San Luis Obispo next month, so that'd be cool.
Where is that? I've never even heard of that place.
It's like a bit up north past like what's it called? Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara. Okay, I've never even been there either. I'm not,
It's a cool
not
area.
familiar with up north.
It's not that
Yeah, it
far.
seems pretty nice.
Paul, have you heard the Mephitic Corpse album?
Yeah.
How's it?
From what I remember, I remember that it's like kind of old school sounding, like old school brutal death metal.
Okay.
Like I kind of liked it. Gotta listen to it a little bit more though. Let's see.
All right,
Trying to
I'm
find
interested.
what that's at.
I'm interested.
Yeah, it's like a bit past Ventura, along the lines of like Pismo Beach.
I went to Pismo a long, long time ago when I was a kid.
Yeah, it's like
I
the
don't
next-
remember.
The next city over.
Okay, I remember that being kind of far. I don't.
Yeah, it's kinda
exactly
far.
remember. Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
That's what I got. That's what I got going on.
oh, that was it.
yeah, that's all he's got going on.
Yeah,
Something that
no,
hasn't
it's-
happened yet.
It's not particularly interesting week or weeks for me.
Mm.
It's mostly just like lather, rinse, repeat lately. Just work, go home, eat, go to bed.
Yeah, no metal
Yeah,
in there, huh?
this Monday for some reason feels like the most normal Monday ever. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It feels extremely average.
It's a mundane Monday.
I don't even want to say mundane because I'm actually, for whatever reason, I'm enjoying the most normal Monday.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah, I avoided my friends yesterday for Super Bowl. I was invited to a Super Bowl party, but they kept calling me and I didn't answer. I think that's my for like the past 2 or 3 years. That's my new thing. I just don't. I do not celebrate that holiday. I do not celebrate the Super Bowl, and I don't want to be around anyone who's watching
about
it. I don't. It's a whole thing.
I really know nothing about football. Like,
I don't like it. I just don't like it. I'm not going to elaborate any further. I just don't like it.
I don't like it either, but like I also know nothing about it. If someone invited me over to watch the game, I would just stare blankly and have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. I can't be around that. I can't pretend to be interested in it even a little bit. I can't be around it. So that's, I will not celebrate that holiday anymore. I've done it in the past and I've regretted it every year.
Just
so
boring.
now it's just it's not just boring. It's like beyond that. It's beyond boring.
Yeah,
It's painful is what it is for me. I can't do it.
yeah, I'm with you.
You normal people and you like things and you like to be around your stupid friends. I'm not. I'm a freak. I'm an alien freak. I'm not of this world. I'm one of these people.
If I went to a
Fat
friend's
ball
house
game.
for a Super Bowl party, I'd probably enjoy myself by eating the food and playing a stupid game on my phone during the game because I really couldn't care less. So I'd enjoy it.
I'll
in
go
that
beyond
sense.
that. I'll just be like straight up antisocial, and I like won't even answer your calls. That day, that's like a day of mourning. I don't want to hear it from anybody. It's like just like a day where I don't exist. I wonder if anybody's gonna get that memo throughout the years that I just do not answer my phone that day.
Danny don't like football.
Oh, come over, Danny. What are you doing? Nope, nothing.
They're
Nothing.
gonna start knocking on your door next year
I don't care what they do.
and blow your house down.
Kick
Well, it was
down,
kind of
yeah.
like a quadruple whammy. It was like
Quadruple.
it was at Nathan's house. And his dad is a little bit of an a-hole, and my neck was kind of fucked up, and I hate football, and then also that's my mom's friend, and my mom was there. I'm not gonna hang around with my mom around, you know. It's a quadruple no. It's like I'm just fuck all that, all of that. I'm not doing any of that.
Yeah.
So no, thank you.
Would any of those isolated incidences, would you see yourself around and just one of those? Like you're somewhere and then your mom or friend are there?
I wouldn't be anywhere hanging out with my mom is there.
Just family shit?
A sports game, no. UFC fight, yes. And if my neck hurt and my back hurt, like kind of, maybe. I don't know. I think the big ones are like if my mom is there, and then the other one is like, just straight up like the Super Bowl.
And then people...
I think the Super Bowl is the one that's like a straight up no, a hell no.
Oh, hell no.
Oh hell no! Yeah. I'm start yelling like Julian. Oh hell no! I'm like, whoa, settle down. Did Marco get up in your face over the weekend?
No.
No, he only does that to me. I think he's doing it on purpose. Yeah, no more. Or else is getting a fucking boot to the face.
Gotta learn.
Oh, the good old
Yeah, well,
Facebook.
I had to fucking yell at him last time we were over there. When was that? Like a few weeks ago, before that show. Because I'm like sick. I'm like telling him to get out of my face, and he's just, and then he starts screaming. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like I barely know this guy, and he's a little bit too comfortable already. I'm just like, God, calm the fuck down, dude. I can't handle freaks. I've said it before on the show. I fucking hate freaks. I really do.
How do you define freaks?
How do I define freaks? I feel like it's sort of behavior-wise, It's behavior-wise, and maybe it's a bit... It has something to do with, like, hygiene as well. Like, Marco's breath smells like fucking dog shit, and he's up in my face with his dog shit breath, and he's spitting all over me. It's like, you motherfucker. You fucking Chinese man. Get out of my face. So, yeah, that's, I'm over that shit. I don't know. Freak. A fucking freak. It's hard to define. I can deal with freaks, especially. I won't say who exactly has been a freak on this show. Not the host, but the guests. We've had a few. I won't say who. Maybe we can guess who they are. But I can deal with that. I can deal with that because it's just a voice. But if it's real life and there's like smells and there's like sights and everything. All the senses are like involved. I can't deal with it.
There's no escape.
You need to get away from me, you fucking freak. I hate freaks.
It's an assault on the senses.
It's an assault on the senses. Yeah, that's what a freak is. An assault on the senses. Just like, and then I start to get angry and I'm just like, oh man. It's a whole fucking thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big difference between a freak and a freaky person.
Oh, well, I don't know what you mean by that. What the fuck does that mean? What is a freaky person?
I don't know.
Okay, very good. I like that elaboration. I don't know.
Just thought it was funny.
Some freak fuck. Just thought it would sound funny. Christian's roommate, you've met him, right? He was at our show the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I
freaky.
when I met him, I thought he was a bit of a freak. But, getting to know him a little bit better, I like the guy. He's a good guy.
But he's just very mellow from what I've seen.
Yeah, he's pretty mellow. But yeah, he's someone who I think I can get used to freaks if I spend enough time with them. I know you've probably heard the saying like familiarity brings contempt. So it's like the more you spend time with somebody, the more you dislike them. I feel like it's actually the opposite for me. Because I think Paul can vouch for when I say, like, I usually don't like people when I first meet them. That doesn't count for everybody, but for some people, right away I'm like, oh, fuck this guy. And then I'm like, and then somebody will have to be like, no, they're cool. Usually Paul, like, no, you have to like, okay.
Then I
alright.
just mold his mind, and then
Give him a
he's
shot,
good.
Dan.
Yeah,
Give him a
yeah,
shot.
yeah. My mind is moldable. We all know that. Wait a minute. I love freaks now. I love fucking freaks.
Hopefully there's a comma there.
I love fucking freaks. Yeah. Very good.
If the shoe fits.
Yeah. If the penis fits. Ha 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 ha.
If the dong fits.
It's true. Before, I guess Paul hasn't started yapping about his wonderful weekend. We have a comment from some freak who goes by the name Fent Dog, like dog on fentanyl, J Dog on fentanyl. And he comments on episode 89, which was the one where I was sick, and he says, "Nice episode of ambient sound of the room with mumbling over it." And I replied, "Right." And he replied, "Vaccine attacks, homeboy." All right, motherfucker. Are we mumbling this time? Is this good enough?
Mumble this.
Yeah, mumble this.
That's
It's like my
terrible
asshole.
comeback. Just like let one rip right into the microphone.
Yeah, he still listened though, so it's alright. Let's see. My crazy weekend.
What happened on your crazy
your wonderful weekend.
Yeah.
Weekend.
My other band
Tranny bands.
went on a show in Reno.
With
and-
trannies.
Yeah, and then they paid.
It's true.
They paid for
All your stuff.
the room, and yeah, we made a bunch of money actually. Like
You made a bunch of money. How'd you do that?
What?
they just paid us the house gig. It was like the biggest show I've ever played. Probably all the shows that we played combined was the amount of people there.
All the show, like including backyard shows too.
Yeah, like ever.
Really?
Yeah.
It was
God
crazy.
damn.
Yeah, full house, a lot of money, and then played a great show. And it was funny that they were like setting up when we first get there. They're just setting up like very quietly, and like they all had their jobs. And it reminded me of, like a colony of ants, like just working together, like silently, like putting all the instruments together and like working on the
Who?
sound.
Who?
Like-
All the people that work there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we got a room at a like casino hotel basically, and while we went there, Marco, Drew, and Julian, like I told them, I was like, all right, let me just find a machine while we wait for the room, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to gamble. And then they go to the first machine, which is some Chinese one, and from there they proceeded to bet over $2 bets and like up to $5 bets, and I'm like, what are you guys doing? And then they like rolled a span once and then lost all their money. I'm like, what? So then I find a machine that I understand a bit, and then I dumped in like $40, and then I came out with 80, so I was up.
Wow.
And then after that, I just pulled out and dipped. Because
Yeah,
our
you
food
did.
was ready, and then we ate at Dan's, one of Dan's hated restaurants, the Black Bear Diner. And the person who gave us the room was like, we're like, oh, we're at the casino. And we're like, oh, we're at the fucking diner because you took a long time. And then they came in and like just handed us that shit. And then we just stayed in the room for 5 hours and watched fucking Storage Wars until the show started.
Nice.
Yup.
Dude,
That's all
that
right.
guy assaulted somebody at the swap meet recently.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, the Yup guy, because
Goddamn.
he has like a booth at the swap meet in Pomona. And like he got in an argument with like an 80-year-old man, and he ended up fucking punching him in the face. I think he got arrested. Yeah, the
Ooh,
Yup
look at that.
asshole.
That's funny.
Looking this up. That show is always about Barry, anyways.
Oh, Barry was the guy where like stuff was always falling on him.
Yeah, it was like
like,
wearing
"Damn it!"
skeleton gloves and just
Yeah,
doesn't
his
give a shit.
gloves. It shows it in the intro of the show, like during the intro, it shows like a big pile of shit falling on him, and I think that always happened to him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just like buys a locker full of random shit. Like he could probably make his money back, but he just like throws out everything except like whatever he finds neat. Just doesn't care.
I just love how they eyeball shit. They're like, oh, $20. That's $40. That's $50.
It's 40 bucks.
And then it's like one like thing they don't know. They're like, all right, I'm gonna have to check this out. And then they go somewhere and then get it appraised by just some fucking person who's like associated with that item. And the funny thing is like you never see them actually sell the shit. They just it's like you don't even know if they're gonna like make that money that they're just like eyeballing.
It's kind of the dumb too, where like Pawn Stars and places like that,
Yeah.
like they'll get like these specialists to like check out the items. It's like, dude, look it up on Google.
Yeah.
You can find it and how much it is, like the most expensive one. It's like
No,
you don't need a fucking professional.
No, I know it.
I mean,
And what does that even mean? A professional? A professional could be a guy who like looked it up on the internet and he knows. Doesn't that make you a professional?
yeah.
A professional what? Look up things?
I mean, some of them, yeah, but like when it comes to like, I don't know, antique swords or something that can be faked, like you want an expert looking at it.
Yeah, I think Pawn
that-
Stars
yeah,
is
sure.
more
Just crap.
like warrants that, but Storage Wars is kind of like shit.
Yeah, that's
think-
just like
yeah.
bunch of shit.
Storage Wars is like I found this. Like,
It's like bikes and shit.
I found this
Bikes.
lamp. I found
Yeah,
this lamp online.
furniture.
I'm gonna bring it to
Sometimes
the.
sometimes
to
that
this
stuff would be
antique
worth
store.
some money.
I could just Google the maker on the bottom, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna bring it to these guys
Yeah, here's the part number. Here's
And-
the whatever. Here's the model number.
and bring it to some nerd. It's like, oh, well, this lamp.
Yeah, so
If it had the lampshade, it might be $20, but without it, it's like 16.
Yeah, you invite a freak over and you're like, what is this?
what is this?
What is this?
I think one of the worst feelings ever is like going to a party or like going to a hangout and then one of your friends brings some fucking freak and just like starts pissing everybody off. I feel like that's happened. I feel like that's happened a number of times where somebody was friends with like a freak or two, and like
do you
everybody everybody's kind of on the same team. Like fuck this guy.
Was Arnold the freak?
Arnold is a freak. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Me and Vince were talking about that. Arnold is a fucking freak.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like Josh attracts freaks. A lot of his friends back in the day were a bunch of pricks who I didn't like.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's just the way it was.
But anyway, so we got to the show after watching Storage Wars, and they have a nice stage, nice big room for
Nice
the
big
show.
ass.
And yeah, we had our little bit of merch on the table. I don't think many people bought any, like didn't buy anything.
All right, I told Julian to save me a T-shirt.
I think there's one, yeah.
Oh, good.
And yeah, we came up with the two left, and then we had one that we reserved, I guess, before the trip. And then we still have cassettes and shit. And I played on this tiny ass like Gretsch kit. It was like a bop kit that's like used mainly for like jazz and shit.
Okay.
But they had like cool cymbals and shit, and the way it was set up, it was like on a kick drum razor, and you had to like configure the kick drums in order for it to like actually hit right and all this sort of stuff. I was like, I don't know how to do this, so the person did that shit for me, and
Help me.
yeah, and then yeah, we played a great set, and it's like it was funny, the other bands while they're talking, they're like, oh, everyone like just take care of each other, like, and they're like crying and shit. And then we get on stage, and then Marco's
Sounds
like,
about right for a screamo show.
yeah, then Marco, after he's like, when we're on stage, he's like, hey, who likes Resident Evil? he's like,
Freak.
hey, does anyone fuck with Gundam?
Anybody fuck with Gundam? It's like a fucking waft of like stink air goes out of the crowd.
Then he was like, we were just like playing, and then after a song, I guess because the way he picks, like, it's like his fucking finger goes down first before his pick.
Right.
And he just like had Like he was just like bleeding everywhere, and then he's like, "Does anyone have a Band-Aid?"
Nice.
In the middle of the set. The shit was funny.
Dude, does anybody have a Band-Aid? It
And
kind of
then-
reminds me of that character from the Venture Brothers, the fat, nerdy guy.
Oh.
Gary. Mom, get the dog!
What was that? One of the henchmen?
Yeah, I think it was 34.
But yeah. So we played a great set, and still trying to get the video for it. I guess they're working on it. They're editing it on their fucking DS.
Oh, they did it themselves?
Yeah. Just someone just had like a fucking like digital camera, and they're recording
you
it.
didn't bring your GoPro this time?
No, because they said they were gonna record it, so I was like, all right. But I think recording it yourself, you just get it like instantly, so
Yeah.
no lollygagging. So I think I'm just gonna do that from now on.
Lollygagging.
Yeah, seriously, it's been like 2 days.
Don't
yeah.
you understand? We want it now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, all right,
We're waiting here. We're waiting.
half the thing about playing the show is like, you got to see how it sounds after and how it was after. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
watching game footage.
Yeah, that's what that is. What's great. Like I remember last show that we had a couple weeks ago now, where you're right when we were done. You're like, I think last one was better. We played faster. Then you got the footage and you watch it back. You're like, actually, we fucking killed it. It's like that's important to actually be able to hear and see yourself.
Yeah.
It helps kind of show what the fuck you're actually doing here.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's different, just like actually playing it and just trying to hear everybody else, and then versus hearing the whole sound. But I think you would have liked it up there. It was like fucking 25 degrees when we were there.
Yeah.
No snow or anything.
No snow.
Yeah, just on the hilltops, so people were skiing and shit. But yeah, cool area. I'm just so surprised with like how many fucking people were actually there, and it was like an all stage or all age show, so there was like literally like maybe like fucking like 11 or 10-year-olds there, like all fucking like there's literally like a scene girl there, like her hair was like all like scened out, so I guess that's coming back.
Scene kids have made a comeback.
And then there's like this
Oh,
little
no.
kid that was like hardcore dancing, like he's been doing it for years. It's like a Fortnite dance to him or something.
Oh, sweet.
He's a pro.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that was
losing touch with these with the kids. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like scene kids are coming back now. It's like I don't even know what the fuck's going on.
yeah.
I'm pretty much sick of the internet. Have you ever heard of dead internet theory? Do you guys know what that is?
No.
No.
And maybe you've noticed something like this. It's like it's a theory that that the internet is mostly like most of the content you see is like produced by AI and bots and shit, and there's like not really a lot of humans left working on this stuff. Like scroll through Instagram, scroll through Facebook, you'll just see a bunch of like generated shit that makes no sense, or just like commercials of like generated commercials for like products and things. It's
Yeah.
very strange. I don't like it. I hate it actually. Like a long time ago, it used to be a joke like children's content on YouTube where it was like Spider-Man and Elsie. Do you remember that? Or not Elsie. I don't know what the hell the name is from like Frozen or something. Yeah, but there'd be like weird little cartoons of them like shitting in diapers or like killing each other and stuff, and then people would be like oh, this is what your kids are watching. Don't let your kids watch this stuff. And it's like that's like all there is now is just like this fucked up weird shit that's like robots are making it. It's no, I'm sick of seeing it. I can't really. I feel like I can't go on any app without seeing that kind of shit. I'm done. I'm done with the internet. Just this radio show. I'm only here to do research for this now.
Internet sucks.
It is. I'm done. And listening to albums. I'm totally done with everything else. All the meme stuff. It all died in like, let's say 2020. We were done. I think that was about it.
Even that's pretty generous.
Yeah, I know. There's no more funny memes. What do we have? back in the day and Boomer Front. Now there's like metal meme pages, but I kind of hate them. They're not that funny.
It depends. Some of them are funny.
Some of them are kind of funny. I really have to. I would have to think about that though. I don't have any names in my head like, oh, this guy's a legend. I just don't have that in my brain at the moment.
Maybe just metal mentors.
Well, they're kind of dead. They make a post like once a year.
Legend.
Those guys are legends, but they are definitely rooted in the past. Their heyday was 2014 to like 2017. That was the golden era.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the show. Good one. Wouldn't mind going back. So that was cool.
Cool. We did not get the Beharit show. I don't want to give away who got it. If there's any LA people. Or actually, you know what? I might now I'll keep it a secret.
You guys are going there,
I was hoping it was going to be us. But alas, a man can dream.
Yeah, we're still on the bottom feeders here.
Well, we did end up getting in May, I believe we're opening for Disma, so that'll be cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. That's a name. That's a name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tough on the phone.
Yeah, that'll be cool. We got a lot of shows coming up around that time.
We do.
Late April, May.
Yeah, I got to message that guy about April. I don't exactly know what the fuck's going on because he's in Sacramento, so I have no idea.
I thought it was gonna be in the same area as the one in May.
It's gonna be it is. But that guy is like from Sacramento, so I don't exactly know like what the fuck what's gonna happen there. Yeah, I'll figure that out when the time comes.
Cool. But we didn't do a collection update last week because we were talking with Shannon. So, Fred.
Oh yeah,
Did
that was
Fred
last week.
Did Fred do stuff? Yeah, Shannon was last week.
Feels like so much longer ago.
I know some is happening. Time is being warped.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just getting weird. Yeah, a few additions to my collection. So not a ton in terms of quantity, but stuff I'm pretty excited about. A couple Satanarda albums, because I can't get enough of that band lately. Their new one, Into the Nocturne, and the one from 2008, 2007, Hex Nefarious, which is a cool Chris Verwimp cover on it. Do you guys know a band from Malta called Apotheosis?
Malta. I don't know. That's not the one with the butterfly on it, is it?
No, it's one with a terrible album cover that has like a CGI bone dragon and girl on the left holding a staff. It's like the worst fucking cover you could imagine.
Is that the one where it's like over a lake or something and it's like all CGI?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do know that one.
It's a terrible album cover, but it's a great fucking album.
Well, what is it like? Kind of symphonic-ish black metal? Is that what it is? I don't even remember.
Yeah, it's basically symphonic, epic black metal. Has some really thrashy riffs in there, which kind of set it apart a bit from stuff like Limbotic Art and Sirius, things like that. But goddamn, it's a good album. It has an introduction, which is like 6 minutes long, 2 tracks. One of them's like 16 and the other one's like 11 minutes long. And then there's another 16-minute track, which is like still a metal track, but instrumental, no lyrics. And it's pretty cool. Very good.
What the hell's the name of the band again, so I can actually give it a listen again?
Apotheosis or Apotheosis? I don't know how to pronounce that.
Apotheosis.
Farthest from the sun.
Is it? Farthest from the sun.
Cover is so bad, but it's such a good album.
I don't think the cover's that bad. It kind of looks it looks like something I would want to listen to. It's definitely like cheaply made in a weird way, but I kind of like it.
Looks like It looks like it should be one of the last releases on Wild Rags Records.
Yeah, I like it. I dig it.
And I guess but we haven't spoken about collections since before I got this, but I finally got my first press Moonblood Button Craig LP on Somber Records. So that was exciting.
Was that the expensive one?
That was the expensive one.
I won't ask how much.
Yeah.
I will.
We've had,
Wasn't cheap.
I got Axis of Advance's Obey on CD just
Oh,
today.
sick.
Why?
I really like
I
that
don't know.
one.
I just saw it on Discogs and I didn't have it, so now I have it.
You'd heard it before, though, right?
Yeah. 1,000,000 billion times.
I love that one. That's probably after Strike. That might be my favorite Axis material. Although Purify is really good too.
Yeah, the death metal guy said, I don't know anybody who likes the list, but I love the list.
Oh,
I think that's
no,
my
I love
favorite
the.
one.
I love the list. It's not my favorite, but I love the list. Like, people have to realize that the worst Axis of Advance is better than most bands' best album.
That's probably true.
I think it's definitely true. Like, when you think about the general number of bands out there,
There's too many
even in
bands.
there are, but like even in my own collection, like I have a lot of music and I like all of it. Otherwise, I wouldn't keep it. With one stupid exception, but that's a different story. I can't think of many bands whose best album is better than the list. They're out there, sure, Dark Throne, stuff like that, but
Yeah, we're talking like serious legends here.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, besides that, I don't think I've gotten anything. I've been listening to a few non-metal things just to kind of cleanse the palate a little bit. Checked out some prog rock bands that I'd never heard of before. A band called Saga from Canada. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. They have an
No.
album in 1980 called Silent Night. Some decent moments there. The whole album ain't a winner, but some stuff to check out. And then another prog band from the UK, 1985. Band's called IQ. Their album called The Wake. And it's weird. It looks like it has some Black Kid on it, but with like corpse paint. It's kind of a strange album cover. But that's decent too. Listen to the Swallowed album. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. Swallowed from Finland.
Oh yeah, that album's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's almost like a Funeral Doomy. It's like Funeral Doom meets Caverncore, but in a good way.
I got really strong Abruptum vibes from that. Like it
Oh
felt
yeah,
very
totally.
like,
Abruptum is very much. It's more musical than Abruptum is, but
not much.
yeah, that totally makes sense because it is kind of fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's,
Yeah, that's
I
what
love
I've
that
been
album.
digging lately. And then I rewatched The Young Ones. I know Paul hasn't seen that yet. I don't know how much you'd actually be into it, Paul, but it's
I remember watching like some episodes. I think maybe
party episode.
like 3 or 4 of them. But
Yeah,
yeah, I remember you
there's
showed me the
some
party
funny
one. That was funny.
There's some of the
That's
jokes
the one where he,
in there are
like-
like.
That's the one where he like floats away and shit, right?
Yeah, he takes a hit from the bong and he like goes to the moon,
Yeah.
and it shows him like floating. It's like that's kind of a cliche joke, but that's done in like 1982. So I feel like those jokes were more fresh. It's still funny, but there's some jokes there that are like never come back in any sitcom ever again. Like there's a scene in that the party episode where there's like these two punk. I don't know. I think they're supposed to be like punks or like bikers or something. And this guy's like, he's like, I kissed 2 women last week. And the guy's like, oh yeah? How come you ain't pregnant then? He goes, maybe I am. He's like, I don't care. I don't care if I live or die. I don't know. I feel like a joke like that, no one would ever make a joke like that anymore. But that is hilarious. Why ain't you pregnant then? There's something about that that's very funny to me. Oh, there's like these other jokes where they use a bunch of puppets and shit. I don't remember if they do that in Bottom or not. But I posted a scene where like some killer's like breaking through the door, And Rick's like, wait, put Neil's amp in front of the, or his speaker. Put Neil's speaker in front of the door. And the speaker like has a mouth. He goes, but I don't want to go in front of the door. It's like when would you ever see that in anything? Something so quick like that. I dig that dumb British stuff.
I think probably the closest thing, direct lineage, is probably like Monty Python, if anything.
Yeah, sure. I
But
think
they
that's
just go
older
way
than-
more-
I think that's older than the young ones. 'Cause
That's
the
what I'm
young ones
saying.
is like 82. No,
Like-
but I mean after that, they're
Oh.
like British comedy doesn't really translate much to like American sitcoms with their jokes like at all.
Yeah.
I think the closest thing would be like Mr. Show, that Bob Odenkirk, what's his name, David Cross show.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's jokes there that barely make sense, but it's pretty enjoyable. I imagine a lot of people wouldn't understand that at all.
Man, lately I've been on a watching spree of shit.
Anything good?
I finished watching Eastbound and Down. That show was really funny.
Yeah, that show was funny.
Yeah.
Fuck you, mammy.
Yeah, that was really
He's
funny.
like, oh, sorry, mammy, I'm all full of Fanta tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eastbound and Down was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, that was good. And then
I like the retard friend. He's pretty funny too.
at the end where they're like he's doing his biopic and he has like an actual fucking retard playing him.
An actual retard.
Yeah.
Well, that guy seemed pretty retarded.
Yeah.
I in that. She's hot.
Yeah.
I forget what her name is. Betsy or something. Or no, she was Betsy in 2.5 Men. She was something else in that show.
I forget her name.
Chubby lady. She's a hot chubby lady. Whatever
But
the fuck her name is.
after that, or before that actually, have you heard of a show called Men of a Certain Age?
I don't know.
It's a
Don't
just
think
HBO show. Ray Romano, and then that like
Ray Romano.
yeah,
I don't know why the name Ray Romano is just funny to me.
yeah, and
Ah.
yeah, that's pretty much him.
Oh, no.
And in the show, he has like two other friends. One kind of looks like Jeffrey Epstein, and
Yeah,
then
he does.
the other guy.
I'm looking
is-
at him.
Yeah, the other
black
guy is
guy?
from what's it called? Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He's
Is that
like
the black guy?
Yeah, he's like the chief. Apparently he
okay.
died not too long ago, but
Yeah, he did.
but yeah, pretty funny show. Like
Okay, I'll check it out.
it's more like a drama version of like Modern Family, pretty
Okay.
much. And Ray Romano has like a gambling addiction, and he's like going through a divorce. And then
That sounds funny.
the other guy is
Is that
like,
the one with Lisa Kudrow?
I don't know,
Which one is Lisa Kudrow?
Oh, from Friends.
no,
Is that the pointy-nosed woman?
that's Phoebe.
The funny girl, right?
Yeah, she's not in there.
I'm thinking of something else.
But yeah, that Jeffrey Epstein guy, he's like
Oh yeah, that's her.
he's like a old ass actor. Like he's been trying to be an actor for like all his life and
Mm-hmm.
not really getting any roles. And he has like a Peter Pan complex, and he's just like dating all these like young girls, and then the other guys are like jealous, but they're like used to it because I guess they all like grew up together. And the black dude is like his father owns a dealership, and he was like a old Laker player, Owen Thoreau. And then he's just like basically under his dad's thumb like the whole time, and he just like has to do this shit because he wasted his whole life just being under his dad's thumb.
That sounds like it sounds like the aliens from Aqua Teen. He's like, dude, my dad owns a dealership. Remember
Oh,
the
yeah.
frat boy aliens?
Yeah.
And there's that little naked one. He's like, did you see some like little passed out naked dude? He goes, well, when he wakes up, make him drink.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so that was a decent show. There's like 3 seasons, and just easy watching, pretty much. Like it's
I'll
just
check
on
it
in the
out.
back.
Oh my god!
Seems
You
pretty
know
fun.
what? You know what's not getting a third season? Frasier, apparently.
Oh damn.
That, you know what? That's okay. I like the version. I don't think I can't watch the new one. I haven't tried,
Oh,
but
it
I
was
just can't do
great.
it. I
It
just can't do
it
it.
doesn't live up to the old Frasier, but it
The
was
old Frasier is like the ultimate comfy, hilarious, awesome show where I love all the characters.
yeah.
It's like, nothing can really live up to that show besides Cheers. Like those shows were kind of just genius and they're on their own, like as a sitcom.
But after that, I watched what's it called? I think I threw it in the chat. Dinner with Melvin. It's like it's. Do you remember me talking about that movie Dinner with Andre?
That little fellow,
Yeah, the
that
guy
little
with the
bald guy,
voice.
right? Yes.
Yeah, that guy. So it's basically just like a conversational movie, directed by Bob Odenkirk, and you could see like just a bunch of random people making cameos in it, like in the
Jack Black and
flashback
David
sequence.
Cross.
Yeah, Jack Black plays like a fucking schizophrenic and shit, and then,
Okay, so this is like the Mr. This is like the Mr. Show era,
yeah,
and like the Tenacious D era.
yeah. So
Interesting.
it
Okay.
was it was pretty funny. It has more of like everything kind of ties itself together a bit, more like a story towards the end, less than or more than Dinner with Andre.
Okay.
But yeah, good, pretty funny. And then
Seems cool.
I'm in the middle of watching Scanner Darkly, so that one's really cool.
never
Yeah,
actually
that was
watched
the
that.
same. That was the same guy who did that other one,
Waking
something.
Life.
Waking Life. Yeah, there
Yeah,
you
he
go.
does like fucking like watercolor shit over the film to
Yeah,
make all the characters look all like paintings. Pretty cool.
I remember the only thing I remember Scanner Darkly is like one of the characters is like a cockroach or something.
Oh yeah, because he's like
Like at some
taking
point.
he's like taking the drugs, and I guess there's a certain point where you pass a threshold and people start looking like fucking bugs. Yeah, it's like Keanu Reeves and um, Woody Harrelson, Robbie Downer Jr. and Winona Ryder.
Came out. I remember seeing like commercials and like trailers and things, but I feel like that movie's kind of totally forgotten. A lot of people like weren't really into it at all when it came out.
Yeah, it's just
Too
like
experimental, maybe.
a bunch of just it's just funny. It's just like Robbie Downey Jr. is like my favorite character in there so far. He's just like a crazy ass fucking drug addict, and he has like really good dialogue. He has like crackhead logic, but he's like explains himself really eloquently.
hmm
Based on the novel from fucking Philip K. Dick, the same
I
name.
watched Blue Velvet last night. Have you guys ever seen that?
Oh yeah.
I've been meaning to watch that one.
It's it's interesting. What's his name? Dennis Hopper's character is quite funny.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's been
feel
a
like
long time since I've seen that.
yeah, he plays like this bad guy, but the way he plays the part is honestly not that off from some of these like freaks you'll see in real life. Like he's a total freak in that movie. Um, I don't know if I ever showed you this, Paul, but there was a part from like one of Sam Hyde's old stand-ups where he's like crawling around on the floor and he's like, "Baby, wanna fuck?" He's like, "Baby, want milk?" And I guess that was from that kind of was from Blue Velvet. He's like, "Oh, baby, what the fuck?" He's like crawling around. Or one of the great lines where he asked that dude, he's like, "What do you drink?" He goes, "Heineken." He goes, "Heineken? Fuck that shit. Habs Blue Ribbon." Yeah, it was pretty. It's pretty great. I like his character in there.
I should watch that again. It's been a long time.
Say,
Yeah, that was my watching spree.
have you guys seen? I don't know if I probably asked you this. Orange County with
Yeah.
Jack Black. You seen that, Paul?
Yeah,
Oh man, that's a great movie.
Have I seen that?
yeah. It's like
I think it's
Justin,
Jack
Justin
Black's-
Long.
I think Jack Black's best movie. No, Justin Long isn't in it.
Oh no, I'm thinking about
It's what's his name? Tom Hanks' son.
Oh yeah. I was thinking about the other one that
You're
takes
thinking about
place-
Accepted.
Yeah, that takes place in Orange County too, or City of Orange.
Hmm.
But yeah,
And then Fred brought up what's her name, Lisa Kudrow. Have you guys ever seen Romy and Michelle's high school reunion? You know what that is?
yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
like that movie.
Yeah, you both have seen that movie. That actually makes
Yeah.
me. That's a high five for all three of us. That means we're all epic. Listeners,
Are they gonna
Romy and
be-
Michelle's high school reunion. That's
It's
the
pretty funny.
recommendation for the week.
Are
It
they
is
gonna,
pretty good.
Are they gonna
That's
be
a classic.
on the thumbnail?
Sure, why not? Yeah, that'd be funny.
Done.
Yeah, I'm looking at this on Google, and it says comedy / screwball comedy, and the only other movie I've ever seen that's described that way is Dumb and Dumber is considered a screwball comedy.
Instead of Michelle and Romy,
that-
you should put the white chicks on there. Remember that movie?
The White Chicks, like from the movie
Yeah.
White Chicks.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sick of that movie. At some point, everybody was always like, okay, the two comedy movies at one point everybody wanted to watch was White Chicks and Mean Girls. That was like all to watch, and so those two movies sort of irk me in that that's all anybody ever wanted to watch.
Never tell you I have an
Just normie
autographed.
garbage.
I have an autographed Mean Girls poster in my garage.
From Tina Fey or what?
Autographed by who? Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah. Lindsay Lohan.
Lucky.
Oh, dude, that shit was funny as fuck when that was his daughter and Kenny Powers' daughter at the end too.
Kenny Powers.
Do you remember that from Eastbound and Down?
Wait, what?
Lindsay Lohan's like his daughter at the end, like when he's writing up his like movie script.
No, I don't remember that.
That shit's so funny. She just
Yeah.
comes out of nowhere, because you think it's like actually happening, and he like goes, like, oh, her name's April, right? I think her name's April, the chick.
Oh yeah.
Like they like coming out of a movie, and then she gets like murdered, and then he goes to like Africa, but he's like on a fucking like hover bike.
Yeah, I remember he's in Africa in like some weird CGI situation.
Yeah, and then he dies, and then like his son and then his daughter Lindsay Lohan like come and like watches with funeral pyre happen and shit.
I had
Yeah.
my phone sitting on my hamper right here, and it fell on the floor, but it like fell in the void because I can't
Uh-oh.
find it.
It's gone.
It's all
Does that ever happen to you?
it's with all the guitar picks and
It's
Drum
just
keys.
it's just in the void.
yeah.
Dude,
I should
remember-
clarify. I got that Lindsay Lohan poster, or Mean Girls poster signed by her, at a garage sale for $0.25.
You got that poster for $0.25.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you meant she signed it for $0.25.
she probably
give me
would
a
have at that.
quarter.
She probably would have at some point in her life.
Yeah, needing all the nickels and dimes.
Yep.
When we had Nick on the show, what was that, like 2 years ago now? I remember I couldn't find my notes, and I was like vacuuming in here underneath this fucking like little shelf that I have, but like there's only like 3 or 4 inches that it goes off the ground up until the last slot. And I like had a Swiffer duster thing under there, and there's my notes from like 2 years ago. There's the notes that I lost. It's like all my questions for Nick. I remember I was like, I don't know. I'm like, I can't for the life of me find this fucking notebook paper.
Thank God for the Swiffer duster.
The Swiffer duster.
What was I gonna
Phone at
say?
some point.
Oh, I
Something cool?
didn't get to mention my pickups or whatever.
Well, get on it.
Yeah, so I got the reissue of Cerebral Hemorrhage, Exempting Reality
That's a good one.
from Comatose. They changed the cover, not bad though. I don't hate it, and got the Dust Defiled second album, Through the
That's sick.
Impure Veil of Dawn, and then Weasel. We did a trade for the Precipice CD, and he gave me the demo of Hate Wave that we covered, and then also threw in a bootleg of some death metal demos. It had some tracks from Autopsy, Nihilus, and Morbid Angel, so those are cool.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was. It looked cool.
Yeah, he said he just got like a bootleg in New York, like however long ago.
Thus Defiled is pretty cool. I checked them out. It's like
Yeah, that's a good pickup.
primitive melodic black metal. I don't know. It's cool.
It's cool. I was gonna. It was either between, or it was between three albums of what I was gonna pick for Black Metal History Month, but I was like, let me just go with the, the one that we're doing now. It's probably, well, it's way more unique than those other two, I think. And then they're a bit more, or like that one's more like straightforward black metal versus like Sargatanas, which is more like death, black death, and then Dust Defiled almost borders like melodic death metal at points too. So this one was more of a fit, I think.
You know what? Romy and Michelle will go on Fred's episode. I forgot I already have cool thumbnails for the next two.
Oh, very nice.
Just don't let me forget. I'll have to remember that.
I haven't received this yet, so I don't know if it really counts as adding to the collection, but it's on its way. Wouldn't be surprised if it arrives tomorrow. But a split between two Canadian bands, Esker and Beneficium. Beneficium were around in the mid 90s and released a demo, and then kind of split up, but then came back in the 2000s and released an album in like 2000. I want to say 2007, 2008, around there. And that album is pretty cool symphonic black metal. Again, if you like shit like, I don't know, Odium, Sirius, Limbonic Art, that sort of thing. Great for that. But this split CD, just ridiculously small quantities or terribly distributed, but can't even find a picture of the cover online of this stupid thing.
Yeah, I have something coming to Discogs. Something I couldn't find online either. A band called Phobos with a demo called Telok Torzo 732 from France, 1995.
How do you spell
Probably
the name?
black metal. The name Phobos?
Phobos.
Oh, Phobos. Okay.
Yeah, Phobos. Not Phobos. I
That's a
forget who
good
was in
cover.
that band. I think it might have been like, there's somebody. I think somebody was in that band. I don't remember exactly how I found that.
Winterhalter, Alcest, Pest Noir. That's like
Is it the
the
real
biggest name.
Alcest? Oh, it is the real Alcest. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Interesting. Okay, yeah. So it's connected to these people, I guess.
Looks cool.
So you found a copy of that
It
demo?
does look cool. I found a copy on Discogs.
The
So
cassette?
I'm waiting for that.
Cool.
Yeah, the cassette. I haven't found it, or I haven't heard it yet.
You gonna rip it from there?
I don't know how. I'd like to, but I don't know how to do that. I have a vinyl of something that's not online either by the band Anvil. But how do you do that? How do you do like vinyl and cassette rips onto YouTube? Does anybody know how to do that?
Yeah, if you get a program called Audacity, you need obviously something that will play your
Well,
cassettes or records through a USB or onto your computer at least.
yeah, you just need like an audio interface and then plug it into there, and then it'll just
I'll look
play.
into that because I could upload these. They're just not they're not online. You know what I really like that I've seen that somebody has on Discogs, but they won't message me back. The final Paroxysm release. I've never heard it, and I don't think anybody I don't think most anybody's heard that thing.
The one with the
But,
camel on it?
Yeah, no one's heard that. It's not online. Somebody said they have it, and he's like, "Hey, I'll give you the files." I messaged this guy like a month ago. I haven't heard anything back, but I want to fucking hear this thing.
There's a review on Metal Archives, so someone's heard it.
Yeah, I wonder what the deal with that is.
I think I see you here. So does this exist after all?
No, that's not me. That's not me.
Oh, okay.
So does
Oh,
this
you're
exist?
are you the next guy?
I don't think my message shows up.
I have a copy. It's amazing.
Yeah, see, I messaged him like directly.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
Yeah,
I'll
I like
send a
these
comment.
names. Zizma dude.
Zizma Dude. Yeah, Zizma Dude. Let's see. I bought a copy of Wolf, Edge of the World. I don't know if anybody even knows what that is.
Mm-mm.
You don't know what that is? Old
Oh, okay.
British
Yeah,
heavy
yeah.
metal, like kind of bordering on hard rock. I like that.
Oh, them.
Yeah, I
Yeah, yeah.
remember it.
Let's see. So I got the Acts of Advance CD. What else did I order? I think I have some shit coming besides this. Is there one more thing? I bought some shit from Hell's Headbangers. I don't even remember what it was. It was like Downcross, something from Der Stürmer, and something else. I don't remember. I don't know. I got some shit coming in the mail. I'll be sure by the next week or two.
Nice.
Got some shirts in today,
Oh yeah.
so that was cool.
I bought a couple bootleg shirts. I bought a Swallowed bootleg, and I think it's bootleg, and that Slovakian Depressy, if you remember that band.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got from Extreme Music, Hideous Mangulus,
Ah, that's a cool one.
We Live, the green
Right.
one,
Yeah.
Extreme Music, the guy from Avulst.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and then
I just sent off questions for an interview with him.
Oh, cool. Dave Rotten.
Dave Rotten, one and only.
fucking Dominus Zool, the second album, To the Glory of the Ancient
Is it-
Ones.
Is that one any good? I've only heard the first one.
Yeah, that one's good. I think the first one's a bit better, but this one's no slouch either.
So it's got a bad rating.
No, it's not that bad.
Okay, I'll check it out. I've heard the first one too, not that. Not that. Ah.
Yeah, that one's.
First
that
one
one's
is
pretty
fucking
good.
wild.
Yeah, it's like
Sounds like
A more
Incantation,
unhinged,
completely
yeah.
unhinged.
oh, we just said the like a spoonerism
Yeah.
of each other. I was gonna say it sounds like an unhinged incantation. But yeah, got that, and then I have all right, let's get to the bottom of this. How do we pronounce this? Crifotoure Satanarda?
Crifotoure Satanarda.
Okay.
That's how I'd say it.
Well, I got the comp on the way too. I got it from Zero Dimensional Records.
Is that on
Okay.
CD or vinyl only?
I got the CD, I think.
Okay. You think?
Yeah, because I do see that it says released on vinyl, but on their website it was a CD, so I don't know.
All right.
Like, why wouldn't it say that it's both?
That's the one from Japan, Dimension Zero.
Yeah, he said,
Oh, okay.
I'll send your stuff out next Friday, so I'll probably get it next month.
Yeah, Japan can take a bit. I have some stuff from Zero Dimensional Records, but not this one. This one was new to me.
And then I get a little trumpets playing. Pulled this one over, Freddie. Should we get into it? Take a little break?
Yeah, take a break.
Yeah, I think so.
All right,
All right, lads.
break.
Break.
1, 2, 3.
Smoke
break.
bomb.
All right, we're back, and I have a PSA for all the listeners there. Let me know in the comments if you make bootleg shirts. There's some customs I want to make, and I'll pay medium dollar for it. So let me know. There's a bunch of shirts that aren't there.
I want an excrement shirt, yo.
I want a Pauline Spawn shirt, and
Do they really not have that? I imagined that somebody would have one available.
they have like patches made by was it pull the patches or whatever that shit is, but that
Pull the
shit's-
plug.
Yeah, that one just sold out like instantly. I want a
What, the patches?
sack ab shirt too. That'd be sick. But yeah, if you guys make bootleg shirts, hit up the comments and I'll pay for them because I need them.
I would love to see an excrement shirt. That'd be great.
Yeah, I want one.
Yeah.
The Flush Vortex
Some-
cover.
Yeah, somebody told me it was like the ex-girlfriend of one of the Galvanizer guys. She told me that they were coming out with T-shirts, excrement, but it never happened. This is like 2013 as she told me that. What happened?
You are the direct reason I bought that CD.
Who, me?
Yep.
Yeah, no one else seems to appreciate it. Not even the guy who wrote it.
Yeah, it's just shit.
Get him on the show.
Need to find
He's
a
been in everything.
new platform.
Which one?
Antti Oinoinen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that guy. He's in Cadaveric Incubator now,
Oh, is he?
and probably other stuff. Yeah. He was in
But he
like a
doesn't-
brutal death metal band called Deep Red.
But he doesn't like excrement.
He doesn't like Scorched. He likes the first one, but I think like he didn't like the EP.
I guess that's why the EP has not been reissued.
Yeah,
the
like the
demo-
demo
like the demo
was,
has.
but yeah,
I think the demo's awesome, or the EP's awesome.
totally. It's more awesome than a lot of stuff. Like it's one of my faves for that reason.
Yeah, so hit us up. Make our favorite bands bootleg shirts.
Make
That'd
our
be great.
dreams a reality, you freaks.
You listeners. All right. Crifotoure Satanarda from the nuclear wastelands of Nagasaki.
From Nagasaki?
Yeah, the nuclear
From the
wastelands.
shores of Nagasaki, okay.
Satanard.
Satanard. My Satanards hurt. You
Yeah,
kicked me right in my Satanards.
Japanese black Viking war metal, self-described, and I would say this is probably my proudest find
Fine. Yeah.
in
Pretty good.
the most recent years.
Yeah.
Even showed it to Nick, and he went and
He wrote an article about it.
read a whole review about it, at least a demo. So yeah, definitely a unique band that has an unbelievable demo and a compilation song. EP not too hot on, but it's still more from the band, which is good. And yeah, what do you guys think? Have you heard of this before? We'll go start with Freddie.
This is new to me. Zero Dimensional has put out some cool Japanese stuff that they've dug up. Some new stuff too. I think it's mostly new stuff, but I haven't kept tabs on them in a few years. I have some of their like Infernal Necromancy, Gorogoth, Golgoth. Gnome was a really cool one. But this one's new to me. And I agree the demo is the better portion of this overall. But the EP is no slouch though. Like I still really like that. I almost picked the track. It's the second track. What the hell is it called? I moved away from the track. listing.
Offshore Battlefront?
Uh,
Or from the EP, you mean?
no, from the EP. I moved away from the track listing. Hang on a second. The one I really liked was Prelude to Despondency. That one was cool.
Oh, the one where it's like a whole instrumental and then they come through with the vocals like halfway through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like when the
Yeah.
vocals come in. That part's really sick.
Yeah, but yeah, no. Generally speaking, agreed. The demo is cooler, and it looks like they waited quite a bit between the demo and the EP, and that might account for some of the difference in sound. I don't know.
Yeah, when you listen to it and you go from the demo to the third song, which is from a compilation, they have like great, phenomenal production. And then the EP, which you think would be better, kind of loses that like beefy, raw touch that the
Yeah, as
past
soon as
songs
that
had.
came on, I went, ugh, what happened?
Yeah, some happened there with the production. They got a little bit cleaner, and they still had some of their, I guess, like identity in the songs, but it was a little bit more like neutered, if anything. It sounded like just kind of regular black thrash to me, but then they would have their keyboards and stuff come in, and the drumming on here is fantastic, and I think they keep it up on the EP. But I think just the songs are a lot better in their earlier stages of the band. Yeah, this guy, the drummer, does like Viking beats to, just blast beats and then just regular old black metal drum beats that all necessary for all the parts in here. And yeah, Dan, what do you think?
Yeah, initially when you showed this to me, maybe I want to say like 3-4 years ago. It doesn't seem like it's been that long, but I think it has actually.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, this was a cool find. I think like immediately right off the bat, I liked it. That first song is obviously the hit. That's the banger. Uh, the EP, honestly, I didn't really I don't really care for it. Like I just don't really give a shit about it.
Yeah.
And then there's a song in the third song, the Crusader. That's not on either the EP or the demo. I don't know where that came from, but I like that song.
Yeah, it's from a comp.
Yeah, that's so the first three songs
The best.
are really good. It's the first song in general is kind of like it's like a weird fucking smorgasbord of shit. You have like it is, we'll get into that when we actually get to that song. But yeah, it's really all over the place. Yeah. I was gonna say one last thing about this. It's there was a comment here on Rate Your Music. Let me see if I can find it. Somebody says, where is it? Oh, it says, anybody else here from the George Bush is a great ape from the zoo video?
What?
Nope.
Did you guys see that video? Yeah, so there's a link in the comments of the video. I don't know when this was uploaded. Let's see. It says it was uploaded 10 years ago, but maybe it's actually been more. Yeah, so like it's a video of George Bush like kind of anamorphing into apes. And it has the Crifotoure Satanarda, the second track, the part where it's like dun dun dun, that like weird doomy part. It's that behind this George Bush transforming into apes
That's
Wow.
video. Yeah, I don't exactly. And the uploader is Tom Cruise. So
Okay
there's
then.
that too. Yeah.
Who's
so
who's even in this band? Like this.
Well, I'll tell you the two of these members here. I'll name them. So there's three guys in the band: Duke, Necrotomy, and they all have the surname of Poseidon. So then there's Storm War Command Poseidon, and then Torment KK Poseidon. And I think Torment KK and Storm War were both in this like Slayer worship thrash band, Terror Factor. It's came out in 1994.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Really? That's so
Yes, fucking way.
random. I have Everlasting Hell Damnation. It's a fucking great album.
Dang, Freddie, settle down. No, just kidding.
freak.
No, no one ever talks about Terror Factor. It's such a good band.
Yeah.
Well, we just did right now.
I enjoyed
Yeah.
it from what I heard. I listened to it earlier this week, and the band also Holocaust Winds was just Torment KK and another guy that wasn't in Crifotoure Satanarda, but
That's such a random shift from Terror Factor to this.
yeah, and Holocaust Winds. It sounds like they're doing that like Finnish like Franco-Finnish sort of guitar playing in there, like really
Yeah, but
really
the
high
tone
up
is
on
like
the
more
neck.
fucked up.
Yeah, really, really high on the neck. The compilation in Apocalypse is really good. So check that out if you haven't heard it. Doesn't sound like both of those bands don't sound like this one, but you can hear like some parts of like the DNA being injected into this, because I guess those bands were predecessors to this one, since this came out in 2000. But yeah, I enjoy both those bands, but I think this is their best output from all the members here.
It's an interesting output. First demo for sure. I don't know. Maybe you guys can sell me on the EP if we're gonna listen to any of that in the very near future.
Maybe we can all do that, because Fred picked the second song, you picked the first one, and I picked the third. But maybe
Yeah,
we
so
can,
we basically like the first half of this, or the
Yeah.
first part of this.
maybe we can listen to one at the end and see if we can all change our minds a bit.
I don't know. They're not that great. Maybe I don't know. That song's kind of long too.
Yeah, they're all kind of long.
Yeah, maybe not though.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll just focus on the good parts of this band.
yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, because
but
I
like-
didn't really like the EP. It was kind of boring. Like not,
I mean,
not
I
much.
I can switch my pick to the
No,
the one I mentioned. No, all right, because I like the EP too.
We'll see how we feel at the end.
Okay.
But yeah, I think those first three songs are just all around bangers, just good metal music that's unique and not at all forced in any way. It's just like, just feel like Nick said, it's just kind of fucking natural. All these things coming together into these songs here. Should we just listen to the first one and go from there?
Since
Shit,
the
yeah.
song is so long, should we like cut it in half and then come back to like the fucking Viking part, or
What song?
do you want to just listen to the whole fucking thing?
What song?
Medieval Siege.
It's only like 8 minutes.
Yeah. It's quite a while. I don't want to forget anything.
Now, we've listened to songs that are like 12, 16 minutes long before. I think we can handle that.
Dan, calm down.
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back. we're back. Crifotoure Satanarda. Consider that riff jacked, yo. Man, every single riff on this, like no filler, all had a unique identity and were not crashing into each other. They were like at the end. I described the ocean, the waves crashing, but Dan said it was kind of just like flowing together, and I think that's exactly how the riffs were here. And
Poetic.
going from
Yeah,
the
nicely said.
like black thrash riff dun 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 into the just like chuggy riff, and then to the interstitial riff with like three different like tail ends to it was just unbelievable. And of course the melodic death metal riff that was played in like a A-B structure was amazing, and the drumming here is like just so fluid and nothing sounds abrupt at all. It's all just like flowing so well together. And of course the elephant in the room is the synths and the this epic Viking part that at first listen might sound a bit ridiculous, but the more and more you listen to it, it's just like, all right, my favorite part's coming on. And then they go back to playing the first half of the song over again, or riffs from that half, and they just sold me completely on this. Make me a bootleg shirt of this, actually. What do you guys think?
It's kind of a wild mishmash of ideas, but it works. The transition from the thrashier first half of the song to the second half, on paper, shouldn't work, but they pull it off. That first riff kind of reminds me of "Lock Up Your Children" from Morbid Saint, which is kind of funny.
Oh, where it's like boom. Wait, how does that song? Oh, boom.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And
Good one.
it's a great riff, so it works. It's like a black metal version of that, and the more melodic one kind of made me think of shit like Gates of Ishtar, non-wimpy melodic bands like that. But those synths at first caught me off guard because they're so small. Like they're not like these gigantic like Graveland level synths. They're kind of just like toots on a keyboard. And
Yeah. Plus, like, who's ever used stuff like that in black metal and made it work? Because I've heard stuff like that in black metal, like Zexus, but I feel like that's not good.
I mean, some have pulled it off like that. Like, there's a part on Hades on Dawn of the Dying Sun that has like synth that sounds like a weak little tin flute that kind of works. But
Nazgul.
yeah, maybe.
I remember
But
Roman brought that up. We were talking about like listening. It's like we only listen to the Donkey Kong parts in metal songs.
Oh god, yeah. But the vocals, I actually enjoyed those. It was like total Isengard Storm worship.
Yeah.
The execution was questionable, but it worked. Yeah, he's I can
like,
pull this off, but
they're
not
like placed. They're like placed weird, and they're not really saying anything.
No, it's like the guy says, I can pull off the vocals, but only for like 2 syllables at a time.
Yeah, the rhythm of that is like.
Yeah.
Like there's not, and it doesn't go on for very long. It's like they didn't really know how to do that, and they kind of just did it quickly.
It's almost like the
It's
Swedish
so awkward.
chef.
Bork, bork, bork.
Yeah, no, but that was it's a fun track, and the transition, I don't know how or why it works, but it does, so I mean, kudos to them for pulling off weird shit like that.
You
There's
know,
only a few like transitional parts that kind of you where you need them to kind of transport you into the next like section of the song. Because like Paul said, the first one where it's to you sounded like Morbid Saint. I was thinking like Order from Chaos. It's obviously, it's 2000, it's later, so they're gonna be kind of influenced by like death and like black metal, but at the same time, that's basically like a kind of traditional metal riff, whether that's like thrash or some kind of speed metal thing. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Some kind of like heavy metal breakdown.
Yeah.
What it sounds like to me.
and
But yeah, those three riffs kind of work together really well because there's like three or four of them that are super similar, but that's what keeps it moving, you know.
yeah, and I'll say the synth part too. In most black metal, that kind of takes like the lead. It's almost playing like a guitar at points. But here it's used more in like a rhythmic way, and like Nick said in his review, it's like a big band playing because they have so many different voices playing at the same time. That's like layered during that whole section with just a 1-2 beat behind it, and yeah, where do you hear that? It's you don't hear it in Dungeon Synth. You don't maybe more so in Keller Synth, but I think that's more Fred's neck of the woods.
Well, is it?
Is it?
Okay.
I thought
I
you
mean-
I thought you have some releases. I don't listen to that at all.
Yeah, I have two that I picked up at secondhand stores. I wouldn't like call that any level of expertise.
More than me.
There are I don't even think there were that many of those bands. What is there like besides Grausamkeit? There's that Grotfeld or whatever.
Like for Keller Synth,
Yeah, there's
I
only
can
like a
tell
few of
you,
them, aren't there? It's like a handful.
it's a fairly like popular genre, I guess. I can think of Grolfried and Chandermond just because I
Yeah,
happen to have
Grolfried. There you go.
I have stuff from both of those because again, someone sold some at a record store. I just picked them up out of curiosity. The other one that I can think of that actually has some really catchy stuff on it is Hexenmeister, if I'm not mistaken. They have a song called like it's like Mushroom Ritual or something. Hang on, let me find it. It is a wacky ass song, and it's like a pink cassette, and the cover has the dude wearing a witch hat, and his shoes are like these elf shoes that like point upwards at the end. It's fucking ridiculous. But here it is. Mushroom Ritual of the Witches. That track is banging. It's fucking great. It sounds like a
Hexenmeister.
fun house.
Okay, I'll check this out. Yeah, I don't. I know a lot of people like hate this shit, but I can
Some-
get into it if it's cool.
Some of it's fun, but I can only take it in small doses, and a lot of the ones I've heard are pretty garbage, to be honest. And I don't remember the names because like someone send them to me, I'd listen to it, I'd be like, okay, that's great, whatever.
Yeah, the Grausamkeit guy was probably the best at that style. Well, not just with that project, but I know he had a project called like Anger of the Gods. That was pretty good, or Anger of Gods, and then Heroin Makes Happy was pretty good too.
Trollheim.
Trollheim, I felt like that was a little bit more straight up dungeon synth, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That
it
kind
is,
of,
but I fucking loved
yeah.
Trollheim.
Yeah, I dig his keyboard driven stuff. Heroin Makes
There's-
Happy is really bizarre.
What was it? Chandermond or is it Grolfried? One of them has a Burzum cover, and it's just bizarre.
Yeah, you used it on one of the intros of this show. I don't remember which one.
Oh, did I? Oh,
Yeah,
right,
it was like
right.
episode 14.
Yeah, that's a while ago.
I was gonna say something about something. It's Satanarda. What? Oh, that fucking melodic death metal riff is interesting too, because it like has way more. I feel like a lot of these riffs have way more notes than you would expect.
Yeah, there's
And
a
there's a
ton.
lot more, and there's a lot more of them too. Like there's a bunch of weird dissonant chording riffs in here, but like they make them work. They make them like catchy with while they're still kind of fucked up sounding, which is cool. Super black metal, dog.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys want to get into the second song?
Y- yeah. What the hell was that?
Oh, that was
What
my
was that?
Fred not being 100% present during the show.
Ah.
No. I was trying to switch to YouTube on my phone to like look up the track list, and I wound up on a commercial instead.
I think we're at 8 minutes, right? That's where the second song starts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at
Okay.
8:03.
All right. We'll be right back.
Thank
I
What
like
you
that song
think,
better, actually.
right?
It's all about the back end of it.
The back end of the song, or the back end of the. Or it's like
That
I wanna I wanna pay a cappella group to do those parts.
as Paul described it, it's not a boss fight, it's the lead up to the boss fight.
Yeah, you're just dying with like the highest level like henchman right before the boss, and then
It's
you just keep
it's the
going.
chit chat when he's telling you he's gonna kick your ass before the fight actually starts.
Yeah.
I feel like this could be either melodic death metal or melodic metal. I feel like
Well, this one
that
was
tag would
definitely
work for either of them.
definitely way more melodic in this one. Like there's guitar leads all over this song, and it's just that one main riff that you said that sounded like Royal, like you're shredding through a hall or something, and like
Yeah.
you said it sounded like Death Clock.
Yeah,
was-
it's like. Yeah, it sounded cool.
Yeah, like I
Yeah, it's
just
like.
I can just imagine like how fucking sick that is to play. I want to learn that on guitar and just like pull that out wherever.
Do it.
Yeah, we'll both do that so it harmonizes.
Yeah, because that's like, dude, that's such like a fucking powerful moment in this demo, and when it just comes back the second time, it just hits even harder. And
Yeah, well,
the main blasting section in here that goes on for like almost 16 counts, and then has like a interrupter riff that's like so fucking weird. It has like 3 different tempos in it. And it seems like all their transitional parts are like that. There's like I said, no filler. It's like they're putting their whole selves into each riff here.
yeah, that's a good way to put it. Interrupter or like interstitial transition parts that like aren't the focal point, but they kind of they work to move you into the next part without like, and they do it in a cool way because each of those parts are different riffs. Like they're not like a normal band would kind of use like the one riff by itself with no instruments and then just play that same thing over and over again. But these guys, yeah, they each of those parts is a different riff, which is cool. I like that idea.
Yeah, and it's not.
I feel like that's the only do transition riffs and not be kind of like predictable or
Yeah, it
boring.
wasn't like generic. It wasn't just like ringing out chords or something. It was
Yeah,
like
yeah, or
doing
that.
doing a whole fucking riff in itself, but they're like each repetition of it or like each I guess count of it is like so short that you just repeat it. I think it was like 4 or 8 times there, and just hearing that riff on a loop is just like interesting in itself. You know,
Yeah, listening to this today, like it didn't really. I was at work listening to this, so I didn't really like wasn't paying too much attention, I guess, because now with the headphones, I'm like super surprised how good this is. Like I've been really picky lately with everything. I'm just like not. Like I'm just everything to me is like, this is okay, this is okay.
Yeah.
This is real. This is really, really doing it for me. Like I said,
You're
God,
like just another stupid ball pick.
no. This Paul pick
Rules.
At least the first half of this, without the EP, is
Yeah.
incredible. Like God, it's and it's like Fred said about I forget what band he was talking about earlier, but this is so much better than a lot of stuff that I've been hearing lately, and even like some of my favorites. This is kind of blowing everything out of the water. This is
Yeah.
blowing everything out of the Nagasaki shores. You know?
Testing all that
Hi-yo.
nuclear waste out.
It's the first that this song in particular, this is probably my new favorite. I used to like Medieval Siege, but Offshore Battlefront, once it gets started, like
Yeah, it
so
just
good.
goes into a melodic
Yeah.
death metal song or melodic, either side of that.
And I love how many riffs there are. Most black metal bands you got like 3 riffs, 4 maybe, and like production of this too.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Everything is like pretty. It's like pretty dry and pretty raw, but I think that the way it works, like the riffs stand out so much more, and like even like everything about it is pretty perfect. I like it a lot.
Freddie, what do you think of the second song? This is your pick.
Yeah, it is. I think because the synths on this one sound a bit more full, it gives it a much more epic sense than the first one. It almost feels like the first one was leading up to this one.
Yeah.
And it has a similar kind of structure where it's like the first half is more typical thrashy, melodic, and then the back half is just like epic Viking sort of thing. It's a weird format, and again, on paper, I don't understand why it works, but it does. But I think this one was overall better developed than the first track. It might just be because the synths sound fuller and a bit more. I think I said intimidating, but it was like more. It sounds more important, more epic, I guess. So.
Nah, both these songs are equal, on par with each other, and
They're just like
they're perfect. They're at the top.
they're
They're like the best songs in metal, I think.
they're structured in different ways. Like the first one, kind of the whole middle section is the Viking section, and then like the riffy parts are kind of like the beginning and end, and then this is like the opposite. Viking at the beginning, like giant middle section of riffs, and then the Viking to end it.
Yeah.
So it's sort of the inverse idea of the first one.
Across those two songs too, there's like sure there's riffs that sound identical to each other with each song, but or within each song.
Well, that's
But then they have just completely different voicings and like styles to the riffs in like the second song from the first one. You know, it's a little less thrashy and more on the black metal side with more melodic riffing, and then also just that main like the main awesome fucking riff.
it is quite impressive.
Yeah, it's like I said, this is probably my proudest moment of like finding anything.
Make your daddy proud.
Here it is, proud.
Proud.
But yeah, I'm team equal. I think they even have the same track length, and then they both end with water.
Yeah, that's incredible. The track lengths are exactly the same.
Yeah, and they just take you. I don't know. Like I was gonna make like a analogy or something like medieval siege seems like they're going to the war, and then offshore battles like they're like they just won. But it seems like the inverse, if anything.
Well, I said that the intro to this second song, it sounds like the Jap Vikings are coming to get you.
Oh yeah,
It's like, watch out. The Jap Vikings are gonna like rape your women and pillage your land.
Yeah, it'll be.
That's kind of a funny
too.
concept, and it's like not happening in the past. It's like happening now. The Jap Vikings are coming to get you now. In present day.
Yeah, don't mistake them as pirates.
Yeah, they're not. They're Vikings. There's KK Poseidon and shit.
Should we get to the third track, which is
Crusader.
on a different it's definitely on a lower level, but not too far from these two tracks.
Yeah, I still liked it.
Definitely higher up than the EP.
The EP.
But I mean, I'm glad you guys made something else. So we'll go into the third track, Crusader, and we'll be right back. third song. Dan hated it.
Well, I could do without it. I didn't. That didn't need to be in my life or in my ears.
Wow, harsh.
I didn't like it. It was boring.
This is your
Like
damn
none
pick.
of the riffs. Huh?
That was my pick.
Oh, that was your pick? I thought it was Dan's pick.
No, I picked the first song.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
The two best songs were picked already. So
Yeah, the two good songs.
this one,
Hey, whoa,
my
whoa.
favorite parts on here were the blasting sections. They popped up like 2 or 3 times.
Where
towards
the
middle
riff
and
sounded
end.
like an immortal riff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really did sound like that.
I just felt like all the riffs in this song and like the way they structured it was totally out of nowhere, and nothing did work or fit together for me. Yeah, I didn't like this one.
Yeah.
Earlier I thought it was okay, but it just doesn't do anything for me. Like nothing about this song did it for me.
Yeah, it kind of seems like a empty shell of the last 2 songs.
Yeah, the first those demo songs are untouchable, like obvious impressive masterpieces. This one, uh, I said to Paul, it's almost like this band is trying to ape themselves at this point, and yeah, it doesn't work for me. I don't like it.
Yeah, production was different, not better or worse. Yeah, favorite parts were blasting, but the rest seemed kind of soulless to me. But
Yeah, the vocals are not as good either. Like they're executed in a different way. Like the demo, the vocals sounded like gross and evil, and on this song, it just sounds like a guy doing metal vocals. Like it doesn't have any, it barely has any kind of like identity to it. There's like a part where he laughed. That part sounded gross, but that was it.
I think like yeah, like what I said while we were listening, I was like, this this band's like, all right, we got 2 fucking perfect songs. What do we do now?
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's all they had. They had for this project, which is fine. You know.
Yeah,
Like,
because I don't know
you
when
put
this
out
was.
2 great songs as a band. That's fine. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Basically a single.
I don't know when this was recorded, this
Yeah.
compilation song, but I don't know. There's just something like fucking magic going on with that demo. It sounds just so much
Absolutely, yeah.
beefier and just perfect.
Yeah, all the riffs are like super inspired. They're all super original. But like in this one, like none of the riffs are original.
Yeah, it
they
was
were
like
they were either aping themselves or they're kind of doing like more generic black and thrash metal riffs. That
I was gonna say like, it's like all right, they workshop the first songs, and then these were kind of like, not the leftover riffs, but the riffs that they came with, and then they made them better and put them on the first 2 songs. Like this is kind of like the like ugly versions of those riffs.
Yeah, maybe it's hard. It's kind of hard to describe like what's going on here, that makes that it just doesn't work. It's weird to me. Like if somebody really dug this song and heard the first 2 songs too, like I think you kind of, if you heard the demo, you would have to criticize this song because it's nowhere near as good.
Yeah, I think I just chose the lesser evil than picking the EP because
I think the EP is like even worse than this.
yeah. But Fred, what do you got to say?
The Crusader.
I didn't dislike it nearly as much as you guys.
Yeah.
That opening immortal riff is awesome.
It's not a bad riff. I feel like it just doesn't, like, nothing fits it's not a bad riff, but it's not a great riff to me.
The vocals didn't bother me at all, and I actually really liked the synth part. I thought it actually sounded pretty full and creepy, kind of like a haunted house almost.
Boo, haunted house.
That's not a bad thing. No, I liked it. I didn't really have any problems with it. Not as good as the first 2. I agree with you guys on that, but I don't think it was bad at all.
I don't know that I would say it's bad. It's just kind of, I don't know. I didn't need it.
Yeah,
Didn't want it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Should we
yeah. I was gonna
should
say
we
I
try
kinda,
one more?
I was gonna say I like Dan's little hating spree right now, so I kind of want to listen to another track, cause
Yeah, let's see what how much worse it can get.
um I don't want to do Prelude to Despondency because that one's actually
Cool.
interesting. I wanna and the Blaster of Extermination was kind of like a turn off as soon as I listened to it. But
Uh,
you guys want to do the last one because I think there's I like the way it comes out of the song at the end.
what time is that at?
We're gonna find that out. So that's Desecrator of Bloodlust, and we'll be right back.
Gentlemen!
We're back from
From Dr. Weird's Fortress.
From no one's pick.
from that.
We just wanted to hear how much worse it
I
got.
just wanted to hear Dan hate.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I feel like that was a waste of studio time.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's the first few riffs sounded like Cruel Force.
Oh yeah.
Uninspired thrash. Like,
Yeah,
why would
just
you do that?
Black thrash and
See,
heavy
I
metal
didn't
influence.
mind that, and I thought the vocals were actually pretty cool, especially the deep vocals.
Yeah,
but
the
when
deep
it got
vocals
to
sounded
this,
fine.
when it got to the synth at the end, I thought that sounded really corny.
Nah, I like that better.
I like that better than the stuff I was hearing before.
And
there
I'll
were
say-
a few decent black thrash riffs, but they sounded like GBK,
Yeah.
which is why I
and
liked them.
I'll say that also they did what they didn't do in the first demo. I said, yeah, they're not just hanging chords, and then boom, there you go.
Yeah, you just get like boom, boom.
Yeah, I'm like, where'd all the cool tail ends go?
The song wasn't very cool. Like I'm not gonna lie. There was like maybe 3 or 4 good riffs, but out of like 10, there was like more bad ones than there were good, which is not good.
Yeah, I think the main
There
riffs
shouldn't be
were
more
not,
bad riffs than there are good.
The main riffs were not good.
No.
Drumming, it sounded too clicky and not as powerful. Like, sure, there was variation, but there wasn't many riffs to have a variety on. You know what I mean? Like, it just like kept going back to the same ones over and over again.
Yeah, and the Viking part at the end, like the only reason I like that is because it was like reminiscent of the demo.
Yeah.
It sounded like them. Like the
They
other
got-
stuff didn't really sound like them.
They got their silly back.
Yeah. You know, it was nowhere near as good as like the Viking parts on the demo, but I think the fact they were still there and like the riff behind it was pretty cool. So, you know, it was cool enough, you know. There was some redeeming qualities to it, but for the most part, they kind of just didn't have the magic that they had on the demo.
I'll generally
It
agree
wasn't
with
terrible.
that. I liked it more than you did, I think, but definitely nowhere near as good as the demo.
Yeah. Well, with that, Paul, would you like to give some final thoughts here on Crifotoure Satanarda?
Yeah, the band should have stopped after the demo.
Agreed.
Ooh.
Agreed. I agree.
But, I mean,
But it's an amazing demo.
I was happy to know that they made more stuff, but then I listened to it and I was like, like, I found such a like perfect demo, and after that they soiled it.
It
Soiled
took the
it.
good Krusty Krab name and soiled it.
Yeah,
It took a poop on their
they
material.
took the good Crifotoure Satanarda's name and soiled it.
Soiled it.
But
Or
in
the
all-
beginning of that song. Checking this here moist cave.
I'll say, like, definitely you could see the decline of the band as you listen
from the
to
Crusader.
comp. Yeah. It sounded soulless, and then they found like something, but it just was not it. They could have went under a different name for that, honestly, and
They
just
could have just not did that.
yeah.
They could have just not did that and it would have been fine.
I
'Cause,
think
I mean-
I think it's funny because this is like, is this like the first episode where we really enjoy something and then it just kind of we end up hating like the other shit?
Well,
But-
it's different because you chose a comp.
Yeah, and I think the first
You know,
like,
if you just chose the demo, we would have been like awesome. But
Yeah.
you chose a comp, and we had to listen to the other stuff and kind of had to compare it. And
Yeah.
it doesn't compare. The demo is like a crazy find. The demo is just
the
great.
demo's my life's work.
Yeah.
This is what I've
You know, all the years of like
Done all
forging
the
for
digging.
metal. That's the golden nugget.
yeah. I won't find anything else like this.
Hey, who
That's
knows?
it.
You never know what's out there.
Yeah,
You've peaked.
I have.
Well, you know what Bubba said to me once? He said, "There's always going to be something out there that blows your mind." And you know what? You've blown my mind today with this demo.
Yeah. I
So
blow my
you
mind.
never know what else is gonna come up here.
I blow my mind with this too. Every time you
Mm-hmm.
listen to it, right when it starts,
Yeah,
the first two songs are perfect.
Hell yeah.
And I wanted to pick the compilation so we can have more to listen to. And
And we did, and we had more to say.
and
So
less
there's the episode.
Less is more.
Yeah,
In
you did
this
good, Paul.
case-
You did good.
In this case, totally. Yeah.
I fucked up, Marty.
I fucked up, Marty.
Oh no!
Your kids, Marty. Something's got to be done about your kids.
Yeah, Dan, Fred, what do you think?
I just said what I think.
Fred, what do you think?
That's true. You did.
Fred just said what he thinks. Right, Fred?
I thought.
Say it again, Fred.
Don't yell at me.
What's this, a bodysuit? It's your new suit. Pantsuit.
What the fuck?
Oh no, my dad came in here and he got me like a insulated bodysuit for the cold for Turlock.
Oh, sick. Like a thermal?
Yeah, like a thermal onesie thing.
I just got one of those today, too.
Oh, sweet. Now I can go walk around in the cold
Yeah.
with like a fucking what do you call it? A torch. Anyway, sorry, I interrupted Fred.
What counts as cold over there?
Probably like, how cold does it get over here? It gets to like maybe the coldest it gets is like 41. I don't think it gets colder than that.
Nah, like at like 5 or 6 in the morning when I leave for work, it's like fucking like 32. So
Oh, really?
yeah.
Okay, it gets around 30, I guess.
Wow.
But this weekend I'm.
I
gonna
wish
be
it got
going-
colder, so then I could really wear my suit.
Yeah.
My
That's what I'm
zoot
saying. I
suit.
think you would have liked Reno because it was pretty cold. But this weekend I'll be going to Denver, and when I arrive, it's gonna be 2 degrees. So
Rocky Mountain High.
yeah.
Yeah, John Denver's full of shit.
But Fred,
Yeah, the demo is definitely better than the EP.
It's incredible, man.
It's a decline. I'll give him that. But I did still like the EP. I thought the EP was fun, had its moments, and it was a bit generally thrashier than the demo. But it doesn't have that same wacky Japanese Viking kind of theme going for it.
It made sense. They were
it's-
like war Vikings.
Yeah, it's definitely a unique sound. Like the way they would shift from like thrashier riffs to more epic synthy parts is again, it shouldn't have worked, but it did.
And then it didn't.
Yeah, until it didn't. But no, I'm glad this was brought to my attention and that it's been reissued. I will keep an eye out for this. The other stuff on Zero Dimensional has been really cool, so looking forward to adding this one to my collection at some point in the future.
when I get my CD, I'm just gonna keep the 2 demo tracks.
Oh, send me the rest.
Perfectly pristine, and then scratch out the rest.
Wow.
Just kidding.
Scratch the shit, like stomp on it on the cement or something.
No, but
I think Joe did that once in a video. He like had Anthrax's Sound of White Noise and he like smashed the tape.
but yeah.
Did he like knock an Angel Witch cassette off the fucking
Yeah,
counter the other day?
Yeah. Remember he dropped his phone like 2 feet off the ground and it cracked?
Oh, and it's the face of it like smashed. He's like, I just got this.
Oh, Joe.
That was pretty good.
Oh, mentor. But yeah, this release. Just listen to the demo.
It's banging.
It rocks your thoughts.
Totally.
What do we say? You reminded me of the Booty Brigade. The booty out of this
what the-
dimension.
That booty is out of this dimension.
I might have to listen to that after this. Anyway,
That could be the outro. The booty brigade. That part of this booty is out of this dimension. What a
perfect.
stupid song.
That was our porno grind song.
Yeah, it was our porno grind song. God, that was dumb. Can we even find that? Is that anywhere?
I'm sure
Dude,
it
is that anywhere?
I hope so.
I don't know if I have it on YouTube.
Snatch Smasher?
Is it there? I don't think it's there.
I hope so.
Somebody has to have that file. Necrotic Mess demo. No, I don't see it.
Must be in your iTunes somewhere.
I might have it on like my dad's computer in the iTunes.
All right. Well, if you're hearing an awesome song after this, you know you heard it.
Yeah, I might have the CD too. I don't know. I'll have to look.
All right. Signing off. We'll be back next week for
Bye-bye.
the next installment of Black Metal
Black
History
Metal
Month.
Black Metal History.
So bloated. Come coated. The soldiers with big boners. That booty is out of this dimension.